I'm tracking a lot of rain in your forecast for the rest of your evening. We'll also talk about when this rain will finally move out of the Arklatex coming up.
It's day 3 of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and the U.S. announces new measures to help the war-torn nation. Plus, let the good times roll. We take a look at Mardi Gras events happening around the Big Easy and right here in the Arklatex.
Broadcasting live, KSLA News 12 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Destiny Patterson. Happy Mardi Gras weekend. Thanks for watching our weekend edition of KSLA News 12. I know that it's pretty rainy out there, but we're not going to let it rain on our parade, at least not in spirit, right, Jessica?
For sure. I mean, there's still plenty of people out there having fun and finding ways to stay warm and dry, and you're definitely going to want to stay dry for the rest of the evening because we're still tracking a lot of rain across the Arklatex. Some scattered, light, moderate, and even heavier downpours are falling across the Arklatex. Here's a look at Shreveport. Heavy rain all the way up towards Benton, over towards Oil City right now. Still looking at rain. Cotton Valley, we're seeing a mix of some lighter showers as well as some moderate, close to heavier showers. Over there, spread in Minden is where we're also seeing some of those showers this evening. But the heaviest rainfall is near Arcadia and Louisiana Highway 151. But as you can see, light to moderate showers along the I-20 corridor here as we go over towards East Texas, Marshall, and area south near 59 along 20 over towards Scottsville. We're still tracking just a very rainy and dreary day, but we're also looking at very cold temperatures. It's 39 right now in DeQueen, 37 in Idabel, Mount Pleasant, Shreveport, even Mansfield. And overnight, we're going to continue to see those temperatures stay around the low to mid 30s. Here's a look at our John Harvey Yacht Toyota Skycam. Some slick roads out there this evening, so keep it safe. If you're headed out, we'll have another update coming up.
One part of a major mystery solved. The remains of a man who went missing nearly 7 years ago has been identified. Now the question is, what happened? This was a news story we brought you at 10 last night, and the Caddo Coroner's Office told us a skull was found last year in Shreveport, and they're the remains of 33-year-old Kenneth Wayne Cole. He was reported missing back in November of 2015 after his car was found at the Goodwill store on West 70th in Shreveport. Last August, a skull was found off Financial Plaza Drive in West Shreveport. And now the help from the Faces Forensics Lab in Baton Rouge, a DNA match confirmed it was Cole. Now investigators are trying to figure out how he died. We'll send you the first alert once we get that update. A shooting near the Mall of Louisiana left 2 teens dead and 2 others hurt. Yesterday, crime scene tape blocked off some of the entrances leading to the mall's parking lot. Baton Rouge police call this a targeted and highly planned shooting. They say the gunman pulled up next to the victim's car, opened fire, and then got into another vehicle getaway.
We have information of the vehicles that were involved. We have a second vehicle that has bullet holes in it. We know that the individuals that were inside of that car, who we believe to be the shooters, were picked up by a third vehicle. So we know that someone out here saw something. We're asking the community to come forward with information.
Police say these situations of what they're calling rival groups targeting each other has been happening more and more in the community near the mall. To stay up to date, be sure to stay connected through our News 12 app. It's free to download, and it'll send you the first alert to any breaking or developing news that we cover throughout the day.
Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine! Stand with Ukraine!
Well, today, demonstrators gathered in front of the White House to protest the Russian invasion of Ukraine. These protests have been happening all over the country as the 3rd day of the invasion continues. Supporters are calling on NATO and its allies to do more to help Ukraine. Ukraine's health minister said today that nearly 200 Ukrainians, including 3 children, have been killed during the Russian invasion. Thousands have been reported wounded from that invasion so far. A senior U.S. defense official says hundreds of missiles have been launched from Russian positions in Ukraine as of today. This as the U.S. announces hundreds of millions of dollars in military assistance to Ukraine. Cole Higgins reports.
The battle is underway for control of Ukraine's capital, Kyiv.
In Kyiv and in key parts of the country, our army is in control.
A senior U.S. defense official says more than 250 missiles have been launched at Ukraine as of Saturday. Cameras capturing Russian armored vehicles streaming toward Ukrainian territory. The U.S. offering to evacuate Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Zelensky refusing.
We are not putting down arms. We will be defending our country because our weapon is truth.
Dramatic video showing Ukrainian citizens standing in front of Russian tanks attempting to stop them from moving forward.
Stop the war!
In the U.S., support for the Ukrainian people shown across the country in Atlanta, Georgia, New York City, Washington, D.C., and beyond. The Biden administration approving $350 million in security assistance to Ukraine. Some officials fear it's still not enough. Russian President Vladimir Putin already has more than 50% of his total assembled power inside Ukraine, according to a senior U.S. defense official.
I'm deeply concerned, and I fear that unless we step up additional military aid swiftly, that they are going to be overwhelmed.
I'm Cole Higgins reporting.
Now, President Joe Biden, along with some EU allies, backed the expulsion of select Russian banks from SWIFT. The high-security network connects thousands of financial institutions around the world. Now, the European Union still has to sign off on that decision. Cruise lines that usually stop at ports in Ukraine and Russia will be sailing right past them now. That includes Norwegian cruise line Regent Seven Seas Cruises, Oceania Cruises, Viking Cruises, and Atlas Ocean Voyages. The cruise lines say this is because of the ongoing conflict in the area. Meanwhile, Delta Airlines says its partnership with Russian airline Aeroflot is over. Through the agreement, Delta passengers could get tickets on Aeroflot flights from Moscow. Delta says it does not operate any flights to Ukraine or Russia. Parade goers packed into the French Quarter to celebrate the carnival season, and yesterday people enjoyed watching the prima donna marching group throwing custom-made and beaded bras. There were all kinds of people, from first-timers to carnival returners, wearing extravagant costumes. Louisiana state troopers, though, they're in New Orleans to keep people safe. They gathered for the annual roll call yesterday and then headed out to parade routes. NOPD chief thanked troopers for helping out.
Partnership has continued to exist, as he said, over 50 years. So right now it's about, we had a very successful first weekend. It's about getting through this second weekend, which we know we're expecting a larger crowd this upcoming weekend. My message has been what it has been to my team. Be professional at all times. Be patient, because people have had, it's been bottled in for the last 2 years. They've been waiting for this moment. So be patient. And most of all, continue to be vigilant.
100 state troopers are in the city, which is about 60 fewer troopers than normal. The state police say the slight decrease is due to a manpower shortage. But the celebrations are not exclusive to South Louisiana. Many celebrations are underway in our corner of the state as well. From loading parties like you see here to parades rolling downtown. Louisiana's Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser, he's in town, and we talked to him ahead of today's festivities. He says people are coming to Shreveport from nearby areas, and he hopes that continues for other major events.
Drive market's been incredibly huge for this area, and it's not just Mardi Gras. We're going to continue this through fairs and festivals, because getting back open after COVID is only part of it. A lot of restaurants, businesses won't make it if we don't do everything we can to fill up those restaurants, hotels, and attractions. So we're going to roll right into the festival season, 411 of them here in Louisiana. Always something to do, and make sure we keep the pedal on the metal and keep people coming to Louisiana.
Nungesser was the Grand Marshal for the Crew Gemini Parade today. One of the more unconventional, wonky Mardi Gras crews is gearing up for a fun-filled parade tomorrow, and floats will weave through the Highland neighborhood, and that crew, it's known for surprising throws like hot dogs and moon pies. We spoke with the crew's king on how the parade helps keep the neighborhood alive.
We really are just about promoting the neighborhood. Local businesses like we are here at Fairfield, Bed and Breakfast at 2439 Fairfield, just local establishments that we feel like add to the neighborhood. And we're a historical neighborhood, so we like to promote the historical side of things. And just about everything that we promote is locally groomed, yeah.
Now the celebration is also going on online because some of you have been sending in photos of you this Mardi Gras weekend. Just look at all that cuteness on your screen right now. And remember, you can submit your own photos of you celebrating the Mardi Gras season by going to the Submit Photos tab on the KSLA website. Now make sure that you scan that QR code that you see there on your screen. We've set up a special page on our KSLA News 12 app, and that's where you'll find details on all of the parades and the events that are left this Mardi Gras season.
Well, right now we've got some heavy rain falling near Greenwood, but how long will the rain last? Will it rain on tomorrow's parade? I'll have those answers right after this break.
When we return, as COVID cases fall, we have new guidelines on mask wearing, what the CDC's director has to say.